That's my best friend.
Hello everyone, I know it's been a while, but I'm back with a video on vlogger Ciara Furtado, who I have mentioned in a previous video. But the reason for this title is because of the image surrounding her. For a few years now, Ciara's comment section has been filled with a lot of criticism or just plain hate. Many see her as the fake LA girl now, and others view her as being deceptive or flippant. Before we go into why she has turned some of her fan base against her, we need to make a clear distinction between constructive criticism and hate. So let's begin with actual hate. It all began when she had a joint channel with her ex on and off again fiance Alex, where Ciara was the target of most of the hate. Alex got some too. Typically girls do get more, let's be honest. People would insult Ciara for the way she treated Alex, or if she wasn't in the vlog with Alex, people speculated that they had broken up. Many people thought that Ciara was the problem in the relationship and Alex was made the knight in shining armor. PSA, people, we only see what they show us. We don't know what truly happened in that relationship and why it really fell apart. Only those two do. But that didn't stop people painting Ciara as the evil one in the situation. Another form of hate is her spending habits. People think that she flaunts her wealth. Since she has a nice car, she documents selling a house and buying another at a young age. And I don't think that's fair. It is her own money and she's earned it through the years that she's been on YouTube. And I know for many, money is a sensitive topic or a subject of fear, but it's apparent that many of these YouTubers are rich. They aren't billionaire status, but they are rich for their age and their circumstances. And even I have had to accept that it's okay. We shouldn't shame people for making money. It should be inspirational. Find your niche and go for it. So now the constructive criticism. Many of her viewers think that her videos only focus on surface level stuff. She doesn't delve into serious topics or stuff in her personal life like she kind of used to with her relationships. And I get where the audience is coming from, but I'm sure the hate that she got from that previous relationship has had its toll on her. When you put yourself out there in the public eye, it gives people free rein to comment on literally everything, from the way you look, to the way you treat people, to the way you articulate yourself. So for Ciara to not want to delve into real parts of her life makes sense. If she's already getting stable views, then why would she want to be more real, which could lead to more hate? Ciara recently got a breast augmentation and she has been very careful with what she shares. There haven't been many pics of her since she's had the surgery and she's careful with what she says online. Her most recent video actually got a lot of positive comments. People were congratulating her on doing what makes her happy, but the other side were people saying that she's trying to hide it as much as possible. A lot of the points I've brought up thus far have been addressed by Ciara in a video she put out not too long ago, which we will decipher. But before that, I want to showcase a lot of the comments that she's recently been getting. So the first is a thread on her video titled "Turning My Backyard into Miami." I wish she would be more transparent like some other YouTubers. It would make her content more relatable and real. There is no real content being shared in her vlogs anymore. Everything just seems fake and forced. And in response to that, someone said, because when she tries to open up, everyone attacks her and it makes her feel like she can't open up anymore. She does seem different even on her IG live with Andre and Adelaine. Ciara seemed out of it. Maybe she's bringing out a side that we've never seen, but maybe this is her reality. How are we meant to relate to a millionaire? Another common comment was, people lose appreciation for you when you stop making content for your fans' enjoyment and primarily making videos for sponsorships. And then another said, it's kind of sad how she's not giving us interesting content anymore. She was one of my favorites. I just don't know if she's really doing okay and it makes me sad. And that's the vibe of her comments. People saying that she's inauthentic with her content and that she's only in it for the money. Or people speculate that there must be something else going on in her life. So let's jump into the video where she addresses these types of comments.
I just don't know what else they want from me, because it's like they're like upset about those are the vlogs that I'm posting, but like they want like to know what I'm going through or something. Like I saw so many about that, but I'm like, what do you mean like what I'm going through? And then they're like, oh, she's just doing it because it's her job. It is my job, vlog, and like whatever you're going through shouldn't affect that. So that's why I just don't talk about anything. Like never been the type to like talk about everything in my life on YouTube. Like they don't know a lot, and like maybe that is an issue. But like I'm not gonna be like this tacky. It's like, oh, I bought my parents, like I helped buy their house, like for vlog title. Like people in my family don't even know that. Like telling them every freaking thing. They think I'm like privileged and I don't care, but like I've literally been on welfare, like.
Okay, so Ciara is quite obviously been affected by the comments, and she says she doesn't share a lot because she doesn't want to be tacky or to seem privileged. She notes that she brought a house for her parents but doesn't feel the need to flaunt it. And you know what? Good for her. I think it's become common culture on YouTube for YouTubers to pay their parents' house off or give away a car, which is obviously great, but there of course can be a negative impact on the audience. It could lead to relative deprivation. The idea that the person realistically is not materially deprived, but through comparison and jealousy they feel deprived. And there's also the part of just feeling down on yourself when you see the success of others and you can't help but compare yourself. I know for me sometimes when I see someone my age accomplish so much and I'm pretty average, it does make you doubt yourself, but it doesn't have a lasting impact on me. That could be different for others. Ciara noting that the content people want from her doesn't coincide with her plans, since she feels like she can't show anymore without feeling dehumanized.
It makes me sad that people think I don't enjoy YouTube. Like, obviously there's good and bad to every job. There's ups and downs. Yeah, it seems like the best job ever, and it is. Like, I honestly freaking love my job. I wouldn't want to do anything else. Like, I'm super lucky and I don't want to do anything else. There's just good and bad. There's obviously people that judge the out of your life, and that's why I think for so long I've been scared to like share so much about my life or like anything really. Like, I try to keep it super surface level. Like, I don't even know if I did that intentionally. Like, I don't really go deep and like talk about all my issues. Like, a lot of my friends have cried so many times on their videos and like just had mental breakdowns literally for the whole world to see. And like, I've never really been that type to do that, because when I do go through it, I figure it out and I go through it off camera and I deal with it. Or if something super great is happening, like, I don't want to expose that for people or like for views. Like, I'm just trying to keep it chill. I'm trying to keep everyone happy. Like, that's my biggest thing in life. Like, I'm always trying to keep everyone happy. What am I gonna share? Like, I'm not even, it's weird. Like, people think I'm like going through some crazy or something. I don't know. I'm fine. Like, I have the same issues as everyone else.
Sounds like a healthy mindset to me. I get wanting to feel like there's some sort of relationship or connection to these YouTubers, and you want to see them in their most vulnerable points because it's relatable and true to themselves. That's unfair. The expectation of wanting to see Ciara have a breakdown or cry on camera isn't normal, and I think we expect these YouTubers to be vulnerable with us because they're not celebrities and are much more attainable. We don't expect the likes of Beyonce or Zac Efron to come to the internet to deal with their issues, so the need for YouTubers to do it isn't exactly fair. I know there are people like Trisha Paytas who likes to air out literally everything, which may be therapeutic for her, but it's led to many of her downfalls, and I think we've become accustomed to wanting to see everything, because if we're spending 15 minutes of our day watching you clean out your closet or talk about your groceries, then why can't you speak about real stuff? Ciara dealing with her real life issues privately isn't something she should be shamed for, and I think it's not fair to expect her to do anything else. However, I get the other side of the argument of only showing the positive parts can be an issue, since it presents an image that they have a perfect life, but you as the viewer need to realise that it isn't up to the YouTuber to normalise the bad parts of life. The bad parts suck. Let's be honest, and it takes a lot to want to show that to thousands. I'll give it up to those who feel comfortable doing it, but don't go in with that expectation. Ciara notes that her friends have had breakdowns on camera, and I like to believe that those videos hopefully had a positive impact on them. Seeing the support and advice of others may have helped that YouTuber or even a person that's going through that, but Ciara doesn't want to do that, and that is perfectly fine. I've seen some people say they don't expect to see Ciara cry on camera, they just want real stuff, but what's the cutoff point? What's too much and what's too little?
You guys know I was super being insecure for like years. I never even talked about that sort of thing when I was going through it, and at this point I'm like the most confident I've ever been in my entire life. Like, I've wasted so many years of my life, but I did spend so many years being super insecure and super unhappy deep down. Like, I was not happy. I'm not gonna cry, but like, I just don't want to waste more time like doing that, because now I'm actually super confident, super happy. Like, I've never been happier.
Ciara notes that she was insecure for a lot of her years on YouTube, and sadly that's something many young girls go through, and I can only imagine how hard it was whilst being on the internet. But she doesn't dwell on that stuff since it takes up too much of her brain space in general. She wants to be happy now, but it may have been important to speak about how she became confident for the girls who are feeling the way she did back then. The next criticism she got was being called out heavily for not abiding by the rules. This is her outlook on it.
aware of what's going on in the world. Like, yeah, I went to Arizona to visit my parents. I didn't even hug them. This past weekend I went to Arizona again. Everything's open there. I went on a boat. Things are crazy right now. My sister is a literal nurse who risks her life every day for her job. I know what's going on. I got tested when I went to Arizona to see my family. I just don't want to make a vlog every day inside my house. Like, I have a lot of people on Find My Friends, and not everything that you see on social media is real. You don't see a lot.
Not everything on social media is real. I think we already knew that, but it makes you think, are your fave YouTubers deceiving you? So what was the response to all of this? It wasn't great. She got a 10% dislike to like ratio, and here are a few comments. From what I saw, people don't care if you're getting cosmetic surgery, your body, your choice. People were giving criticism for the quality of your vlogs. Criticism, constructive feedback does not equal negativity and trolling. People were also criticizing you for traveling and making parties during a global pandemic. Instead of addressing those issues, you went on a tangent and talked about clickbait titles and how you don't want to make videos of yourself crying, which really wasn't the issue. The next comment, she has changed so much. I haven't watched her since the breakup, but I feel like this is the saddest she's ever been. I don't know why, but I get that feeling.
Like, I hate conflict. So, I don't know, I just try to keep it neutral.
Another comment in regards to that, I hate conflict says a lot. Conflict is life. I think YouTube is honestly just not for you. I have never felt authentic content from you. The reason your comment section was the way it was is because lately it seems like you only post when you have a brand deal, and in general the vibe has been off. I don't think anyone expects you to share things you don't want to, but I think it's fair for the comments to call you out when something seems off, and it feels like you don't care as much about your audience, whether that is true or not. Another comment, if you consider this as a job, you should do it better and don't complain about making videos in every single video. No, stop playing the victim card, please. You don't have the same problems as everyone else. You don't even know what problems a regular 26 to 27-year-old has. It seems like the audience just wants real content. The trends of superficial things like shopping, cosmetics, etc. was so 2015. We, the viewers, just want real life vlogs. We are all human, we want to relate to you. All this superficial stuff is a lot that we can't even relate to. I got what she was trying to say in the beginning, but it came off really, really arrogant and extremely rude to her audience. People watch you because they care about you and what's going on in your life. I think you don't know how to open up and be honest with your audience. I get that you don't want to share your personal and private things, but if you truly want to be connected with your viewers, then you have to be honest and talk about some real stuff. Again, you don't have to do anything, but me as a viewer and others seem like you don't care about us as viewers and just upload for money. I've been a fan for many years, but there's a lot of things you personally need to work on. Us as the viewers can tell you're not being genuine and honest, and that's all the viewers want. I'm not hating, I'm just speaking the truth. So a lot of the criticism was for her not sticking by distancing guidelines and apparently having a party with her friends. So that's the gist of the criticism that she got in her comment section. But there were some positive ones, which of course need to be highlighted. One person wrote, "Nice to see you speak candidly. I personally enjoyed the more adult content. Here's the thing, wanting people to be happy in your comments isn't something within your control. As long as you're not harming anyone or yourself, you can share as you please. The comments will be what they'll be. We are bored and nosy, sis. Once people log off, I doubt they're truly concerned. Are you happy with what you put into the world? If no, then that's where you should start. If yes, then do you." Love this new Ciara. I've actually watched you more since you broke up with your ex. Seeing how much physically and mentally you've changed is inspiring to me. The glow up is real. You've been motivating me to work out, eat healthy. The negative comments definitely outweighed the positive ones. I'm personally not an avid viewer of Ciara or any of these beauty lifestyle YouTubers. Their content just never attracted me to it. But I do understand where these comments are coming from. It just feels like people are feeling betrayed by her and they just want some real stuff from her, since she's now 26 and not talking about real stuff going on in the world. I assume that the next few videos will be about her surgery, which would definitely give a more real image of what she's going through. After that, I don't know if she'd want to talk about her hardships. It definitely doesn't seem like it will go that way. To the people who no longer like her content, wouldn't it make more sense to just find someone different to watch? There are so many other amazingly talented YouTubers who are using their platform to entertain or educate. Maybe you'll find more contentment there. I get that watching her for years makes it feel like a kind of betrayal for her to not show you the true nature of herself. As she noted, she's not going through anything that you guys aren't, and she doesn't get what people want from her. But I agree that 2014 YouTube has perished, and hopefully it will stay that way. I've seen some backlash to her getting surgery and how they think it's hypocritical for her to say love yourself and that she's confident whilst getting the surgery, but wanting to change something about yourself doesn't mean you don't love yourself. I don't know, this argument can go back and forth for days. Before I end the video, I just want to say that I'm not belittling your comments to Ciara, since I haven't been a devout fan of hers for years, so maybe this side of Ciara has a different effect on you. But I just want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the criticism that she has got? Is it justified or just unfair? Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, like and subscribe, and yeah, have a great day.
DM me, I see all of your DMs. I read every single DM, okay? On Instagram.